Welcome to your pre-tournament analysis of host nation, Mexico. This analysis project has only been made possible by our amazing sponsorship partners. Thank you again to Sideline Stats, Briar Limited, In Motion Sports Agency, Educamis Tuition, MGN, Moliteum, and the Gauntlet Young Team. These are amazing companies, and it's an absolute honour that they've agreed to be part of this project. Mexico are a team I'm really looking forward to watching. When I've been doing the analysis of them, I've been really excited to see the style. It's a 4-3-3, wide players come in, fullbacks occupy the wide areas, and you've got the midfield free and two centre-halves kind of supporting the rest defence. Now, a lot of this footage has been taken from the Gold Cup and the Nations League because Mexico, being a host nation, automatically qualify. But for Rangers fans that remember Steven Gerrards' side that won the league, it's quite similar to that, the way the fullbacks occupy the high and wide areas and the wingers come in as 2 10s, and you've got the centre forward, and the three centre mids are quite good at covering your rest defence. The relationships and rotations are clear to see. If the right winger's inside the pitch, the right centre mid will go high, or the fullback will go high, and the right centre mid will take the fullback area. Just a very clever, fast moving, fast rotating team with great attacking intent, good rotations to get people up the pitch, great crossing, and just a real attacking intent. And you can see the build up that they will be a team that I think, with the climate and other teams adjusting to it, that they will dominate the ball a lot. You can see here exactly what I'm talking about. Fullbacks high and wide, front three central, and that now allows them all to combine into different areas and show their lovely quick football ability in those areas. And then you've got people inside the box. Unfortunately, this cross is blocked, but you can see the intent. If the front three can be close together to combine, the fullbacks take the wide areas, the midfield three will occupy the rest defence, we'll call it, so the structure and the attacks keep happening. But this is just to show you the little bits of build-up play, how confident they are playing round, but they still have the same patterns. They're still trying to get the fullbacks high and the wingers inside. So in this scenario, you're about to see the midfielder move into what we'll call a false fullback area, move the fullback on, winger is high in this scenario, and now the fullback's going to bomb on and go round the outside, but takes the cross early. Poor cross. But you can see the pattern starting to develop. Occupying spaces. This situation's been created because Gimenez was on the counter-attack and he's in the centre of the pitch, as you can see. So the left wing and left centre mid have decided to occupy those positions, and it actually ends up being Raul Jimenez, the striker, who came from deep to score that goal. But they're all very, very aware of what they want to do. Now, this is just lovely third-man run, timed movements, one player going short, the other player going high, taking up the different movements off each other, and being really clever when you're doing it. Lovely slide rule pass, a fantastic finish. And this is going to be something that we're going to see. Raul Jimenez goal scoring ability for a team that I feel play to his strengths a little bit is going to be so important. The only time they've ever changed formation I can see was in this game where they went 4-4-2. So potentially, if they're changing that system, they can go two up top. Then they've got strikers that can combine. I know Gimenez has not had a great season at AC Milan, but at Feyenoord they showed exactly the types of quality he does have. This is just an example of them kind of lower building up to show you how they counter press, how they rest defence when situations like this occur, where they lose the ball in the middle, how quickly they are to jump on the pressure. 4 or 5 people going towards the ball, smothering the loose duel to turn over possession and attack again. And I feel if any team, any nation is struggling with the climate in Mexico City, you're going to see a team that can go and dominate and press and keep possession, win it back. As you're seeing here, even when it's cleared, you've got 3-4 people arriving at that rest defence. That 2 centre halves and the 3 midfielders are just always going to keep on top. And in those games we're talking about, 5 clean sheets in 7 clean sheets in 13 competitive games over the Gold Cup and the Nations League. They are a real force to be reckoned with at this World Cup, and you do tend to see host nations do well. Now, the other part, as you can see there, is, and again, if they are broken at any point, they're willing to do the dirty work, they're willing to break up play. And if their press causes problems, teams will go long, they're equipped for that as well. They turn over, they transition, they score on the counter. For the corner routines, they have a real mix, a real variety in the bag. Now, obviously, as I've stated before, with the build up to this tournament, corners, free kick routines could all be worked on. So this is just to give you an idea of the potency. So if there's a team that they're attacking and feel they've got the better of, which I don't think will happen in this World Cup, because I think Mexico in Group A is one of the hardest groups. It's one of the most evenly placed groups. So I don't know if they'll ever go to like the 6 in the box, but it does tend to be short option decoy, 5 in the box, relying crosses, good aerial ability from Alvarez, Montez, Jimenez and Reyes. But again, I tend not to get into too much detail about the specific players, because there's still time for injuries, people not making the squad, etc. So I don't want to focus too much on the players just now. We can do that once the squad's arrived. And attacking free kicks is the exact same. It's the same players that are involved. It's the same threats for the team. And this is what I was talking about a little bit when I touched on the counter press and rest defence. They are so aggressive. This was against USA in the CONCACAF World Cup final. The press is aggressive. The press is relentless. Everyone jumps. They're happy to go man for man. They're happy to force teams long, and then covering those positions when it goes long to recycle possession, pick it up and go again. And it doesn't really stop. They're always quite content to get that pressure on. Now the only issue here is when it's a transition where America had 3 people already on the line of defence. You need to be really careful when they're pushing out. So teams might, with pace, try and exploit them early, try and turn the ball over early to utilise their defence stepping out. But again, the different types of movements, if the centre mid in this scenario, left centre mid drops, the left winger inverts in. So a lot of it is, I hate to go on about it, a lot of it is quite similar to Steven Gerrard's Rangers in the way that they get around the ball without the ball. And I've already went through it with the way they are with the ball. The main issue for me for Mexico could just be teams going longer and the big gaps. So you can see here, with a quick combination, you could break the press and you could get onto attacking and taking 5-6 people out of the game if you're really positive and really forward, like USA are here. The only problem is I don't think they go quick enough. They end up coming back behind all the players, and they do retreat similar to a lot of teams. They retreat very well. They work very hard for their team. And when they get broken on, as I said, same with the ball over the top, when they get broken on at pace, they can struggle. It's why I think there's so much emphasis on their rest defence and their counter pressing, is to try and avoid scenarios like this, try and keep it in the opposition's half, recycled attacks to avoid being stuck in this scenario. But a team a minute ago that looked in trouble now have 9 players back behind the ball. So the work ethic, being a home World Cup, being a host nation, playing at altitude in Mexico City, I think this could be a really exciting World Cup for Mexico if they can get all the best players on the pitch fit. But you can see now, even when they get into this mid-block, they're trying to get up, they're trying to steal yards and get in the face of the opposition. I think any chance the team have got against Mexico is quick play. When you're on those counter-attacks, you cannot turn back. You need to keep going forward all the time on the counter. If you turn back, you do risk them getting back in numbers. So it needs to be quick, it needs to be hit. But you can see even the goals they did concede, its deflections are really good individual play. So you can see this is a team that in competitive games have been really good and really well drilled. So this could be a really exciting World Cup for Mexico. And I am looking forward to seeing what they bring to the table. This is the only set play I could find. And thank you once again to our amazing sponsors, Sideline Stats, Briar Limited, InMotion, Educamus, MGN, Moliteum and the Gauntlet Young Team. Your support is greatly appreciated. I'm delighted to have you as part of this project. If you'd like to support us in any way possible, if you like this analysis, you could do so via Buy Me a Coffee and Patreon. Thank you.